Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Sacramento Kings. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. So Sacramento will get the first possession. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Ellington comes in for Brewer, and it's Hill in for Luke Ridnour. Sacramento also making some changes. Carl Landry's checked in for Cousins. Hesby comes in for Francisco Garcia. And Luther Head subbed in for Udrih.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Shot clock at 2. Head's shot is off.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
That one falls.
Look, you'll take that shot every time up the floor.
Here is Ed. Driving the lane, and he banks in the layup.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Hill finds Love. Good work there as it goes. Love's got 6.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. The Timberwolves on top as they end the first quarter on a 14-6 run. And we'll return shortly. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take so far on the Timberwolves?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
And he drives in. Jackson kicks to Landry. Shot clock at 5. Here's Head. It's hauled in by Tolliver.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
As we get the new season underway, GA, what was the main focus for you in the first game of the season?
Well, sometimes you lose a little bit of edge in the offseason. So preseason's fine for getting your game into shape, but now you've got to bring the right mindset to the game.
And the basket by Hill.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. Minnesota making some changes. Love check in for Tolliver. Brewer comes in for Wayne Ellington. And Luke Ridnour subbed in for Sebastian Telfair. Now here's Evans. 5 points in the game. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4. Timberwolves leading by 9. For 3. Hill. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Adding to their lead, and you see that field goal percentage of the game steadily heading north.
Here's Evans, and that one drops. Evans has got 9.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Down low, and there's Love. That's good on the assist by Hill. Hill's got 3 assists tonight.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And so Kurt Rambis decides to take a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Milicic. And it's Beasley in for Luke Ridnour. Then for the Kings, DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Carl Landry. And Dante Green has subbed in for Casper. Pass to Udrih. Outside, Garcia. Cousins with a screen on Beasley. They grab their own miss. And Udrih kicks to Cousins. Sacramento moving it around. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And here are the Timberwolves. They're on a 14-4 run. And Hill throws it down.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Now here's Cousins. Back to Udrih. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. And it's Evans missing. Timberwolves leading by 17. Hill. And Hill throws it down.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Udrih. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Udrih has got 8 points.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Ridnour is checked in for the Timberwolves. Pekovic dishes to Hill. Pekovic with the screen for Hill. And it's Pekovic missing. The Kings trail by 17. Now Udrih, 8 points for him. Here's Cousins, and no good on the last second attempt this time. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Minnesota on top as they end the second quarter with a huge surge, an 18-6 run. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. And a change for Sacramento. Landry's checked in. And it's the Kings with the ball. On the wing, Green. Outside Landry. Smith with the defensive effort.
Give the defense credit there. Normally, that's 2 points.
The 3 from Hill. Udrih grabs the board. The Kings shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Garrett, he's checked in for Smith. Caspi, he's checked in for Sacramento. Kicks it out to Garcia. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for Sacramento. On Friday and then on Saturday, they continue the road trip heading out to Cleveland to take on the Cavaliers.
And for that Raptors game, that's one to watch for. 4th contest of this brand new NBA season. I'm interested in how those teams match up in the early part of this year.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Smith has checked in. Here's Jeter. Clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Cousins. And the rejection by Milicic.
And getting his timing just right on the rejection. Milicic making his presence felt on the defensive end.
You've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Screen by Smith. Here's Hill. He's still up. Now he is 9 of 10.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Thunderous jam. Wow.
Hill passes to Ellington. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And we'll be back with you shortly. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Last year's All-Star game in the Dallas area, it was played in a giant football stadium. It was a blast. Greg, as you know, in front of over 100,000 fans.
Kevin, that was an incredible scene, and I'd like to see more of that. Playing showcase events in new places, similar to what we see with the college tournament.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. So, Clark, the topic of the NBA this year, how good will this Miami Heat trio of LeBron, Wade, and Chris Bosh be, in your opinion?
Well, you know, it'll be interesting. During that infamous introductory press conference, Kevin, there was talk of multiple championships. And to me, that is what the goal should be. This trio is certainly good enough to make it happen.
Here's Hill, and the shot falls short this time. And for Sacramento, they're shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
Well, the size mismatch is no problem for this fella, guys. I mean, how much do you like seeing that aggressiveness from him?
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
The drive by Hill. Three-pointer Ellington. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 6 assists now in the game.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them, and as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And using that size, Milicic is a menace on the defense.
Jackson lays it up off the glass. Jackson's got 4 points this quarter.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
And it's Hill penetrating, and the shot goes in.
Great use of the screen. That's how you practice it and draw it up.
And it's Evans with the ball. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. With the floater, Landry no good.
No matter how good you are, it's tough with the defender draped all over you.
Outside Hill. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And the NBA embracing the global audience, GA. Preseason games in London, Paris, Mexico City, and Beijing. I'm wondering, did you attend any of those games?
You know, Kevin, no, but I did play in Mexico City in '93 with the Knicks, and we had over 20,000 fans in attendance, and we got the win, but had to fly out to face the Spurs. And when you put up numbers like he is in this one, he'll get some recognition.
58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Cousins finds Udrich. stolen by Hayward. The drive by Hill. That one goes. Count it.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Pass to Cousins. Rebounded by Milicic. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run here. And the basket by Hill.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory. Most any coach loves points coming off assists.
Back to Ellington. Shoots over Garcia. No good. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. They poured it out tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.